Warming up. All right, let's go. Get my watch off here. What you did. Either tomorrow or next week, I'm going to go ahead and film another normal fitness kickboxing workout video. I haven't done that in a couple weeks, a few weeks really. I'm doing mostly lives. Had a short break from Thanksgiving, so first workout back since the day before Thanksgiving. So, getting back into it. Alright, do a little bit of warm up first. Then do a twist, loosen up the back. Really good for your lower back. Get it warm, get the blood flowing. You let your back heel come up when you twist, so you can really release that back. I'm going to warm up on the back because it's like the fastest way to warm up, in my opinion, is just throw it out your ones and twos. Start off a little slow, and then I'm going to get into it. Just warm it up, back and forth, one right after the other. It's not much that warms you up faster than that. Back up the wall, so I'm going to go to the seat. Still warming up here. I'm going to throw what just throwing 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm trying to get those 3s and 4s out as fast as I can because I would like to make my 3, 4 look like my 1, 2 as far as speed. That would be great, right? So that's what I'm working on here. And I've heard it explained before, when you throw a hook, think about like there's a fly here, and you're trying to smack that fly. You're trying to smack the fly real quick before it gets away, right? Only you close your fist. Boom. Boom. Of course, you close your fist, turns up slightly, because you're slapping the fly, your hand will be flat. Just make your fist, you do have to slightly turn it, but I still thought that was a good analogy. It's going to help you learn how to quickly get that jab out there. But you can even imagine that with your hook punch. Imagine there's a fly you're trying to smash before it gets away. It's right there. Alright, I'm going to run in place a little bit. Knee circle. Of the leg. Alright, now I'm going to do leg swings, so loosen up my hamstring. So, get in the front stance, swing that back leg up. You never force it, right? You just let it go. I know you hear me say that every time I do this, but that's because it needs to be said. If somebody new is on here, and they come and try to do this leg swing, and they don't know how you can't force it, what do they do? Hurt themselves. You just go gentle with it. You'll notice, after doing a few of them, your hamstrings are way looser, and your leg goes up way high. So, the other side. See how low the first one is compared to the next ones I'm going to be doing? It gets looser, it gets higher. And yeah, I do not know of a faster way than this to get your hamstrings loose. Here's another good one. Squat. Hack squat stretch. I don't know exactly what it's called. You go to the side, right? And you go down this way. You go back to the side. Do it one more time on each side. Like a little bounce here. Feels good to me. We're trying to do ballistic stretching so much more than static stretching, because we're about to move, okay? I like this though. This is a bit of a static stretch, but I like it anyway. And then hang straight down. It's for your hamstrings and for your lower back, for both. The reason I'm doing it is I want to stretch my back. Now you come up, you can walk yourself up if you need to, whatever you got to do. It's not pull nothing. All right, I'm going to go on this bag, throw some combos. If you guys are new, hit the subscribe button and check out the follow along workout videos. Those are really good. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to start off with 1, 2, and a low kick. All right. Roll it back, so keep it frame. Click on the workouts section of my YouTube channel. Those are more follow along, where I give instructions. I say, okay, let's do 1, 2, 3, kick, and we'll do that. And then I'll tell you before I change anything else. In these live workouts, I'm just feeling it out. I'm kind of just flowing with it. And I will name off combinations sometimes, but then sometimes I just start throwing stuff out. I like that combo, it feels good. I'll probably throw it in one of the workout videos. But I did 1, 2, 3, 2. See, the first time I went 1, 2, 3, kick. But I feel like there's a big gap there. It wouldn't be there, but I do that 2 out. See? And then makes a difference. I don't want them to have time to react to my kick coming. Right? 2, 3. They got a little more time to react to my kick. Doing that, then 1, 2, 3. Because my kick's coming up while my 2 is still in the face. See? Kick, kick. Other side. I'm going to swap my stance. Fix this side up a little more. I know some people just train one side, right? They use the right hand, they're only going to train this side. If they're southpaw, they're going to train this side. I like to train both. I really do. I like to be able to fight from both. Some people get confused when they fight southpaws, but really it's that open stance instead of closed stance when you're squaring off. And so when I was spar, sometimes when I'm fighting them, I'll hop switch and just have the other side forward and keep going. And I would do whatever threw them off. So, and I might even do it like that, where I'll do a technique, boom, boom, and then I switch it up on them. And kept going. I don't do that a lot. Or it might just be, I threw a kick and then I lift that side forward. You know? Fix my back. I like this one too. This move I'll probably put in the next pre-recorded workout. Side kick, pop switch, side kick. All right, buddy. Hold it back. Do this again. So I'm trying to focus on making sure I pull that foot back. When you throw your side kick, a lot of people have a very bad habit, and I've been guilty of it, of throwing their kick and letting it fall. You don't want to do that. And catch your foot. You want to throw your kick and pull it right back where it came from. Makes it way harder to catch. Okay? So I'm working on that. I'm trying to work on getting my speed up with the retract and sit down. Because you don't want to just leave it up either, you know? Up against my wall. We're going to do a few more of those low kick, high kick on this side. I didn't do as many. Don't feel like completely loosen up this leg. So we'll do a few more. Okay, feels a little better. I think it feels a little loose. Back to the other side. Lead leg round kick, right? Not many people do the lead leg round kick, right? They usually always do switch kick because you can get more power off switch, but it also has more of a telegraph. So make sure you practice just picking up and kicking, okay? See if I can fire that mouth a little faster. That back. Still in frame? All right. Yeah, I held back a lot though. All right, just turning around kicks now. Other leg, I'm going to switch sides. In right case, with the other leg. All right, head kick only. That's what we're going for next. How's it going, everybody? Hit subscribe if you're new, okay? There's lots of great stuff on this channel. Follow along fitness kickboxing workouts under the video section. And newly, a martial art class that I threw in there. RC's martial arts. All right, head kick, round kicks. other side. All right? So going just head kicks, left turning around kick this time instead of the right. All right. Still in frame? Good. All right, breathe just for a second. Oh, dude, since I was like 11. So what is that, 30 years? All right. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna do that a few times. Change it up again. You know me on these last. Change it up a lot. Go something else I want to do, I do it. Slip, slip. Slip, slip. Roll. Yeah. I like that crumble. Maybe put it in the next workout video. 1, 2, 1. Slip, slip, roll, hook, 2, kick. Right? That's hook, cross, kick. Alright? 1, 2, 1. Slip, slip, roll, hook, cross, kick. And on your slips and your rolls, they don't have to be these big exaggerated movements. You know, even though a good way to practice the movement, bend down, touch your knee, bend down, touch your knee. It's a good way to practice, but they don't have to be big moves like that. And then the roll, make a U, right? Make a U, but they don't have to be big moves. Just enough. As long as it's just enough that the strike misses you, you've done what you need to do. And so it might just be, maybe even a whoop. You know, there's some fighters who maybe just do this, whoop, you know, just get barely out of your range, right? Barely out of range, whoop. You throw at me, whoop, right? Of course, some of the fighters who do that stuff, they like fighting with their hands down, and so they have to move their head or they'll get knocked out. But, so, yeah, it's pretty interesting. While some of those fighters fight with their hands down, I don't recommend everybody keep your hands up, okay? But some of those pro fighters that fight with their hands down, they actually do have a reason for doing it. You know, even though it seems crazy because they're wide open, right? It's also why they have to be so good at head movement. But the ones that do it, they're doing it because it's easier for them to see and to see all their targets and what they're going for, as opposed to being like this. At least that's what I've heard them say, is that it's easier for them to see with their hands out, you know? But I still recommend everybody keep your hands up, okay? Protect your head. Breathing, see what's going on over here, buddies. Oh, how much was the bag? I thought I remember correctly. I think it's about $400. Might be $500 now, because I got this one quite some time ago. This is the Wavemaster XXL, and I just went and bought it from Dick's Sporting Goods, but you can go online and order one too. Go to Wavemaster, Century makes Wavemaster. Century.com. They're not sponsored. Come on, Century. Come sponsor me. They're not going to. It's okay. So they have a new bag out that if I got another one, I would get the Turret, the largest Turret bag they have. There's a bag called the Turret that comes with a little ring mat and bumpers to keep your bag from moving around on you. Mine, I constantly have to readjust it. Also, the newer ones have a locking pin, from what I've heard, where you don't have to worry about tightening your bag. Sometimes I have to twist it and screw it back down because it gets loosened up a bit because this screws into the base. So, I love this bag though, it's great. You fill it with water or sand. I chose water because if I filled it with sand and I needed to move it somewhere else, how the heck would you move this filled with sand? It would be so heavy. So, the water does a good enough job. Even though sand would make it move even less, right? It would move a little bit less with sand in it, so that would be great. But I don't want to fill it with sand and then one day I move somewhere and have trouble getting it there, Because when I moved to this house, I already had this bag. And so I poured out as much of the water as I could to move it. If you put sand in there, you ain't getting it out. I like this elbow move too. Elbow, back to punch. That's a fun one. Elbow, and then when you're retracting the elbow, snap out the back fist. Got a little jammed up on that last crescent kick. Alright, you practice hook punching, okay? Alright, I was thinking about something. Alright, you're gonna practice some hooks, right? Let's do one side first, right? Left hand hook. Just repetition. I want to make my hooks faster, but I still want to have power. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. Instead of winding back and hooking, I think I can just launch. Even though when you wind back, you get more power. But it also takes too long to get there. Punch. Now it's great when you can do it off of like a roll, because you're already wound up. But that's not always the case. Make sure I'm still in frame. Alright, just on both. Because I want it to sound like pop, pop instead of pop, pop. So I want to try to work on that. There we go. So, what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to do it with speed. What I'm trying to do is just launch it from where it's at, right? I'm not trying to pull back first. If I did that a few times, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to launch it straight from here, right? Now I'm going to get my elbow up, right? I'm going to launch it from my guard going forward. I don't want to pull back. I want to just go towards the target. Right? I'm hitting it and immediately twisting and hitting with the other hand. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Check out how my heels come up. Especially on the second one. My heel comes up, my foot twists, my body goes into it to try to get the power. Because the power comes from your body more than it does from your arms. Your arms can play into it, but your arms aren't where most power comes from. It comes from your body weight. right? You're shifting your body weight around, trying to put it on the end of your fist. What's your martial arts background? Looks like kickboxing, but could be wrong. Well, close, right? My background is Taekwondo, and I've been doing fitness kickboxing for years. So I'll say that's why it's close, right? Because I started doing fitness kickboxing in a gym with Muay Thai and MMA fighters, where a lot of times they're the ones teaching the fitness kickboxing classes. And I started at that place. Man, it's been a while. Probably about 8 years ago, yeah. And so I started doing fitness kickboxing. So it kind of tweaked my Taekwondo a little bit, training with those guys. And so what I do now, it's almost like a mix between Taekwondo and kickboxing, you know. But Taekwondo is my background. 3rd degree black belt in Taekwondo. I think I got my 3rd degree back in 2003. You know, but I haven't set foot in a Taekwondo school in many years. You know, I just do most of my martial art practice over the years I've done at home. You know, I had a little over a decade in a Taekwondo school and a couple of years in a karate school. And then I was out for a while, and then went back to another Taekwondo school several years later for about a year, and then was out again and practiced at home until I eventually started doing fitness kickboxing classes. Oh yeah, and jiu-jitsu. Did a little bit of jiu-jitsu, but not much. Not to really do much. Just enough to defend myself against the people who knew what they were doing. I tell you what, learning the sprawl from jiu-jitsu is a great thing. Somebody tries to take you down, and you know how to sprawl, right? With the sprawl, you throw your feet out behind you, and you try to lay your chest on their back, because the sprawl is like when they're trying to shoot in for a takedown. When they shoot in, you sprawl, and you go on top of their back, right? And your feet shoot out so fast behind you, keep them take you down. You sprawl, and if you're lucky, you end up on top of them. And if you're on top, you can then lay your chest on their back and do a little spin move to try to take their back and get in a chokehold. Go a little Taekwondo action. Tornado kick. That was a little close. I love the side kick. Side kick is my favorite kick. I think we've been going at it about 30 minutes now. That's usually about how long I do these. Thank you, my friend. Anybody new? Hit the subscribe button. On this channel, excuse me. On this channel, I have follow along fitness kickboxing workouts. There's a bunch of them, right? They're great exercise. I have anything from a 10-minute workout all the way to like an hour-long workout. So you pick what works for you. And everywhere in between as well. Whew, out of breath. One of the most popular workouts in the workout videos is the 10-30-45. You'll see it on the thumbnail. It's where you choose your own workout length. I give clear stopping points for the 10-minute person, the 30-minute person, the 45-minute person, and then there's a bonus round. So that one's really about 55 minutes if you do the entire thing. Or 10 minutes if all you want to do is the 10 minutes of it. So, because my 10-minute workouts, there's some people that like doing those because they're short. On those, I just do them there for, you're short on time. Because you should really work out for 10 minutes, I feel like, 30 minutes is a good length. You go for an hour, that's even better. So, but I think 30 minutes is great. I like this too, right? After you film that front kick a few times, whoop, ground kicks instead. They can think it's going to be a front kick, they kick them in the head. 12:54 here. How's it going, everybody? Is it kickboxing or boxing? Fitness kickboxing. Fitness kickboxing, taekwondo. That's what I do. Try it again. Didn't have the right distance. A little far away. And go again. A couple more times. Been a couple weeks since I did this kick. There we go. I get back on target. All right. That's 540 ground kick. It's just you throw your tornado kick, but take a step and then throw your tornado kick and do it in one movement. You can do the 540. Because you got a tornado kick, you'll do that. All that is, right? Spin around backwards, put this foot up, and you jump over and round kick, right? Tornado kick. I think it'd be good for chasing people down. I don't think I'll throw somebody standing there. They would just back up or move in again and knock you over. But I've seen people get caught with them when they're running away from the person throwing it. The guy was backing up, and so through the tornado kick, it worked. Turn that to 540, you just take a step first to make it one fluid motion. Right, so that's that there. Sure thing, buddy. You know the oblique kick? Boom! The Kaishin guys use that. You're picking up and stomping towards the inside of the knee. Boom! There's an elbow. Maybe go a little bit longer. Maybe you just stop it about this point. Here, just a little bit more. Bag up. Just like earlier, somebody's got to screw it back into the base. Side kick time. Other leg. And adjust the bag. You know what? I like the spinning side kick. Spinning side kicks are a great one. It's a good strong kick. You gotta make sure, you know, you have the right timing for it. You don't normally lead with it. I mean, you can. I think John Jones did last week. But usually I wouldn't lead with it. Usually be like off something else. You know? All right, I'm gonna start showing it down, I think. This is about as long as I want to go today. So, flying knee, why not? Why not, but hey, use the force. Cool. Terminator. I'll show you a couple different flying knees before I go, okay? There's more than one kind. You know, you got the one where your back leg comes up first, you know, like double action, right? And you also have the one where you just straight up and boom! Right, that was really good for coming in front of the chin. Right, and this bag, the way it's shaped, can't really simulate it very well because you kind of need something sticking out because you're coming up and going, right? So, boom! Boom! And sometimes I even do this one just in the air because the bag's not good for this kind of knee anyway, since your strike is going up and the bag is out. So, right? So, but the other one I'll do in the bag and going into it, kind of get stuck a little bit, so you punch it or something, get off. So, there's a couple of different kind of flying knees for you. Oh, if you guys are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Got lots of good workout videos for you under the video section. Go check those out for me, okay? I appreciate that if you watch some of those and work out to it, right? That's the point of those videos in the workout section, is to provide you guys a kickboxing workout, a fitness kickboxing workout designed to burn calories and get you in shape. Okay, we've got that on the video section. I also have a video on there teaching basic beginner martial arts. I'll just teach you a couple basic punches and a few basic kicks. So that's a pretty good video too, if you are looking to learn. But you know, a lot of this stuff you can learn just by hitting the bag while you have instruction on how to do correct technique. And that might actually be one of the best ways to learn. I'm going to start cooling down a little bit, all right? I think somebody might have said something else. Let me check for you real quick. You train MMA. Your favorites are the elbows. Yeah, the elbows always open people up, man. I'll tell you what. Because they're so, you know, those porty bones there, you start hitting them with those, and they start running. Well, what I mean is the blood starts running down their face because you open them up when you hit them with an elbow. Sometimes they stop to fight just because it gets too much in their eyes. Especially, like, I prefer the elbows, like, to, instead of grappling, like when you end up on the ground, you're on the ground and you're in a top position, I'm like, don't try to grapple these guys, just throw a bunch of elbows at them. But I guess some people are worried they'll get caught with something if they got a good jiu-jitsu guy underneath them, so I understand that. But I kind of feel like the ground and pound stops them from being able to do most of their jiu-jitsu moves, so I feel like it's less risky to do ground and pound than just try to wrestle with a jiu-jitsu guy, you know? Then that works for me. This is my first day back in the bag since the day before Thanksgiving. Took some days off. I got overdid it a little bit right before Thanksgiving. This arm here, it's a little sore. I should wait a few days, let it heal. Because I went to the gym, did a weightlifting workout, and the next day I came here and did one of my workouts on the bag. So I used my resistance bands too, right? I got these resistance bands that hook to a belt and hold back my hands and my legs to make it harder. All right, just gonna do a little bit of stretching, okay? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new, please do some of the workouts. I think you'll enjoy the workouts, regardless of your fitness level. If you are more advanced than me or less advanced, either one, I think you'll enjoy the workouts. Because the way I do them, I set up some combos for us to do, and I'll let you know, you can go at your own pace. Whether you're going faster or slower than me, you go at your own pace. Whatever works for you. And we do those in the workouts, okay? So, it'll be worth it for you. Whether you are a rough and tough MMA training fighter, right? Or if you're somebody who's never done this before. Either way, I think you can get something out of my workouts. All right, when you child's pose stretch, I love this stretch. It goes great to the lower back. Now I'm going to do Cobra. I always do Cobra along with child's pose. Just to me, they just go together because they bend your back in different directions. And so for me, it feels really good. Cat, cow. Another one, go for your back. All right. Now I'm just going to do a side split stretch, and no, I can't do the splits. There was a time I was all the way down to here, but that was many years ago. It's like back when I was 18. When I was 18, I could get down to like there. I was so close. Then I stopped stretching for a long time. Trying to get back into it. Maybe I can at least drop to here, right? All right, I'm going to stretch the other side. Go left. And I'm going to go the other way. So go to the middle one last time. And these static stretches, these are best for the end of your workout. At the beginning of your workout, you don't do ballistic stretches because you're about to get going. But at the end, the static stretches are great. All right, with your heel toe in, come up, put my hand on my knee, right? Because for support, you can help you protect your back. And you just roll up slow. You can walk up if you want. Go one vertebrae at a time. And at the very end, your head comes up. And you feel all the sweat running. So, I had a pretty decent workout. I've had even better ones, you know. So come back and check out some more. Hit subscribe. Check out the workout videos. I have some good ones. One of the best ones, in my opinion, is the interval training workout. Right? That was really hard. That one left my legs really sore. The Kickathon is nothing but kicks. I'm going to do another one of those soon to do more kicks. So, who we got here? Oh, what did I train? All right, I was Taekwondo. And I've been going to fitness kickboxing classes for about 8 years or so. So now it's kind of mixed between Taekwondo and kickboxing stuff. So, but yeah, I mainly was a Taekwondo guy. Well, Taekwondo is a little different than the stuff you usually see today. The stuff you see out there today, it's all about point sparring. I was never into that. So mine was different. You know, I found it kind of interesting. My Taekwondo school got bought out by karate guys, and I trained with karate guys for a few years. There was like no difference between my Taekwondo and their karate. It was like the same thing. You know, exactly the same. So, and you can notice a difference in most of the Taekwondo you see now. It's all about points. All about points. I never liked that. So, well, all right, everybody, hit that subscribe button. Click on some of the workout videos. Do a workout. It'll be good for you. And if you're like, oh, I don't want to do some 30-minute workout, there's 10-minute ones too. It's better than nothing, you know. Even just a 10-minute workout sometimes get your blood flowing and give you more energy for the rest of the day, make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, guys, I'll see you around. Y'all keep kicking it. Come back and see me. Check out the videos.